Welcome to Tuber Chat. If you are on your way towards 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers, then you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So thank you everybody for joining us at such an uncommon hour. My intention these days is to try to do a midstream late night or midweek late night stream for the next couple of months because I've got something going on Fridays. Usually we're here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So we're trying to keep one extra stream during the week. So thank you everybody for being here for that. Life at the Logans is the very first channel that we're looking at today, and they happen to be in the chat right now, which is great news. So this is a dynamic and comical family of creators who we've been getting to know here in Tuber Chat for a while now, and they basically do every kind of variety that you can imagine. But one of the special things about this particular family and channel is that they put a lot of thought and consideration into comical skits that are a lot of fun in between the standard adventures and reviews and vlogs and things you might expect from a family channel. So I hope everybody will join them and see what I'm talking about. You've got all three types of content on this channel, including shorts, videos, and live streams. They've got 823 subscribers right now, and we'd love to push them a little bit closer to the 900 we know that they're going to be thinking about soon enough. So again, thank you everybody for coming in. I've got a couple of names on our wheel already. Thank you, Come Hither with Heather, by the way, for the kind words and for that highlighted milestone message. Those are available on any channel where somebody is a member if they are enabled. And what that does, obviously, is send a message through the chat. It looks like a super chat, but it's colored green for the members. And I really appreciate you sending that through so I can talk about it. And it is a great bonus for anybody who is a member. So thank you for that. So we've got a few members on the wheel already. Crocheting with Leanne and Come Hither with Heather are there. I am Betty J. Gathers is being added to the wheel right now. Now the wheel and the screen are open to everyone. You do not have to super chat. You do not have to be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. In the case of super chatters, we put them up right away. In the case of members, they get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And you'll see that as time goes on, when we get down to about 5 or 6 names on the wheel, I'll start adding names from our chat list based on who's been most active. I have a robot in the background called Bottissimo that helps me out with that, but it's far more about how active you are than it is about time spent. So that's just a hint for everybody. I'm going to do some more introductions in a second, but I noticed that You Knew has dropped a super chat in the on us here, so I'm going to put them up onto the screen next before we start spinning the wheel. And Crocheting with Leanne has also dropped another super chat. Both of those creators have done that many times. I really do appreciate that extra generous support to get us started for today, and for that reason, like I said, we'll look at those two channels next, and then we'll get into spinning the wheel. So I see we've got quite a few more channels in the house. Fanatic Guide has just come in, and then Lexo Motorsports just grabbed a membership. Thank you for that. I almost missed some activity in the chat there. Thank you, Lexo Motorsports. So, like I had just mentioned, members always get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat every day that they're here. And so what that means is I'm going to add you to the wheel right now. And the idea, of course, is that once you're on the wheel, you're on the wheel. So that's great news. That means we're going to look at that channel soon enough. VX Speaks Royally is in the house, and they happen to be a member also. So one more time, hopefully everybody will connect with Life at the Logans. One of the things you got to keep in mind too while looking for this particular channel is YouTube might want to look for different channels with similar names. Just please make sure you're matching that white avatar with the family on it, and then as well you'll notice that they have 823 subscribers, so you'll know you're at the right channel when you get there, and then hopefully we'll push them a little bit farther. Ali's Crafts Pursuits is in the house. Crubby the Beagle, it's always good to see you. James Money 615 is giving us an unbelievable amount of support here in Tuber Chat and on our copyright-free music channel. For anybody who hasn't already seen it, all the same music that you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams, and it's available actually on all major music platforms. But we have a YouTube channel set up with a virtual 24-hour live stream where you can meet more friends and family members the same way that we do here, and there are link drops over there as well. You'll find James Money 615 over there just about every single day. Hyper Blitz, it's good to see you back in the house again. Red Dirt Productions is here with Rusty Rambles. It's good to see you both. I Want to Know has just made it in, and TWTTV is a longtime friend of Tuber Chat with a couple of channels. Ian Plus Nature TV, it's good to see you here as well. So thank you again, everybody, for coming in. And what I'm going to do is get You New ready to go right now. And one more time, we're looking at Life at the Logans. This is a dynamic and comical family. They do every kind of variety that we would typically expect from a family channel. They post frequently. They're at it almost every day, as a matter of fact, between videos and live streams, not to mention shorts. They're punching out a bunch of those. But they really put a lot of thought into some of the things that they do, and they bring us some comical skits as well, which is great to see. So let me get Ghostly Winds onto the wheel because they happen to be a member as well and a longtime friend. And one of the things that you'll notice is that we feature a different channel every single day here on Tuber Chat based on impact and generosity that I have seen within the community and outside. We do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, as you have seen. The idea, of course, is so that you have the opportunity to literally meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. So as well, one of the most supportive creators that I've met on all of YouTube is Michael's Adventures. He is one of our beloved and dedicated moderators. He's a dear friend to me. All of our moderators are dear friends of each other. They all have channels of their own. They all do their own different things, but they all have generosity in common, far over and above the typical things you hear me talk about here. And they will all allow you to meet more friends and family members when you join them on their channel for premieres and live streams. Michael's Adventures can't be with us today, and he always sends his regards whenever he's got to work or has another obligation, but he's here every chance that he can be, as is Scratch and Pete PA and the Stock Explorer, who of course are at the top of the wheel for today. They are beloved and dedicated moderators as well. Both of them are shining jewels in the Tuber Chat family, and I can let everybody know that the Stock Explorer has just made their watch hours as of today, as a matter of fact. So we're waiting for that to get locked in, and hopefully we'll hear great news about them being accepted into the partner program any time now. They have been working very, very hard and supporting a lot of other creators. Woman Outdoors, thank you so much for the highlighted milestone message and, of course, the kind words. I really do appreciate that. And I'm hoping I'm not missing any other activity in the chat. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And if you have mentioned something that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So next up is You New. They dropped a super chat on us, and our featured channel for today, Life at the Logans, of course, is in the chat with us. Hopefully everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. You New's a longtime friend. They do a ton of live streaming. As a matter of fact, they collaborate with other creators. This is another dynamic host that brings us all 3 types of content with shorts, videos, and a lot of live streaming. I am Tiffany. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Coupon Gale, who is also Gale's Southern Living. It's good to see you here. And when we look at You New's channel, we see that it's pure variety over here. There's always fun and a little bit of comedy that comes with everything You New does, but they are fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and they're well over 1,000 subscribers already, almost at 1,100. Just another scratcher. Forgive me, I did see you in the chat. I didn't say hello yet, but it's good to have you here, and thank you for coming in so early by the way. This live stream, of course, I didn't know when we were going to start. Sometimes when I have to do a really late one, like this upcoming Sunday, we have a holiday here in Canada. Thanksgiving is the same as Columbus Day weekend for us. So I will have family obligations on Sunday and do a very late live stream, but I won't set the time until I actually know we're coming on. I'll aim for the same time as now, around 10 p.m., but I will get on as early as I can. Backlash Fisherman, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in, and I really do appreciate you coming in. Thank you for continuing your membership, by the way. Backlash Fisherman is a very busy creator. They do a lot of live streaming as well. But I've got you on the wheel, so thank you for coming in, and thank you for being here. I really do appreciate any moment that anybody can spend. You know, even if it's just coming by quickly to give a thumbs up and say hello. Professional Paranormal Research, good to see you in the house as well. Thank you for coming in. Joe from Garden State Gardener is here, home of the famous Sunday Fun Day live streams, and hopefully everybody will connect with him. Ghostly Wind says big ups to all family members, and all members and family members. Doomwheel loves you all until it accidentally adds us on the wheel twice. Yes, it could happen. It could absolutely happen. I'm sure I've made a ton of mistakes. Actually, for those of you who follow on Instagram, you're going to notice, I promise I did not mean to do that intentionally. But all week this week, I've been trying to make stories on my personal Instagram, and they keep coming out on the Tuber Chat, and I keep looking to double check, like, please don't make the mistake again this time. And then a couple hours later, I look, I don't know how I did it, but I managed to do that. So it doesn't matter how much we're on social media, because I promise I'm on it all day, and still mistake after mistake after mistake. So it's very common for me to add people onto the wheel. I think we actually did that to Ghostly Winds the other day. I think they were on there twice. But Ghostly Winds just dropped a super chat on us. They've done that countless times. And what I'm going to do is get them ready to go right after Crocheting with Leanne, who did the same thing. Right now, You Knew is up on the screen because they also dropped a super chat on us. The Bullock Experience was a featured channel from last weekend, and Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is also a member. He's got a handful of different channels, as a matter of fact. He's been at this a long time. I've been connected to Kid Wonder for about 3 years, as a matter of fact. He was so unbelievably supportive to myself and all of us when we were starting Tuber Chat that he was the very first creator to be selected out of the Tuber Chat family to be featured on episode number 2. And he continues to support us today after 470 episodes. So Superstar Amy Rose YT, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I'm quite sure I recognize that channel. I think you just slightly changed the name. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but it's great to have you here. Caliking 916 comes to us from Sacramento, California. And this is an incredibly supportive channel. I've got them on the wheel now because they happen to be a member as well. Thank you one more time, You Knew, for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. And for the same reason, I'm going to put Crocheting with Leanne up on the screen right now. Hopefully I'm not missing any activity in the chat, but I think we're just about good to go. And if anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Crocheting with Leanne supports on all of my channels, as a matter of fact. She does it unbelievably with generosity that goes over and above what you might typically hear me talk about. And I really do appreciate that, as a matter of fact. Home Bartending with John is in the house. I'm just going to have a quick look at that. And for anybody that is watching, but not necessarily in the chat, I really do appreciate you being here. I know not everybody can be active, but wants to support me or us in some way, shape, or form. Red Dirt Productions still in the house. And then when we look at Crocheting with Leanne, pardon me. The cough is gone. I'm choking over nothing now. Charming Ellis, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I had to do a double take at the name again, but they've been here with us before. It's good to have you back. When we look at Crocheting with Leanne, we actually see crocheting, but it is just a part of what we're going to find on this channel. She brings all three types of content, of course, shorts, videos, and live streams. She's fully monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When she does crochet, we're going to find everything from scarves, shawls, blankets, ponchos, graphgans, and more. And she does write patterns for other creators to take inspiration from as well, which I think is a generous thing to do. I have a lot to learn about crochet, but we do have a lot of knitting and crocheting fans among the Tuber Chat family. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to all of them when you meet them. I've had a great time hanging out with a lot of engaging StreamYard panels with some of these creators. But Crocheting with Leanne is a kind-hearted creator who literally wants to help others grow their channels and hit different milestones the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. She's doing a lot of live streaming lately around that idea. Some of it has to do with interviews, and we're hoping to get an interview done between us within a couple of weeks. I haven't done any of those in a long time, and I've been looking forward to it because we get an opportunity to talk about things that everybody would like to, but let's say YouTube related, in a much deeper way than we can here in Tuber Chat when we get into bite-sized information. So I hope everybody will connect with Crocheting with Leanne and stay tuned to that channel, put our notification bell on, and when we do get an opportunity to do an interview within the next few Sundays, we'll make sure we rate it after Tuber Chat, and then we'll get a chance to talk to everybody in the chat as well. So interviews are just one thing, but she's also doing a lot of live streaming for helping people grow in the same way that we are here in Tuber Chat. So I hope you'll join her for that reason also. And pardon me again for a sec. And the Mukbang Show with Kid Wonder is another channel from Kid Wonder, obviously, Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. I'm going to put that channel up right after Ghostly Wins here, who dropped a super chat on us. So thank you, Crocheting with Leanne, you knew Ghostly Wins, and Kid Wonder for your super chats. I really do appreciate all that extra generosity. And Kid Wonder's got a few channels, so we'll look at 3 of those. He's actually got 4 or maybe even 5 now, as a matter of fact, but we'll look at 3 of them quickly. And then right now we're looking at Ghostly Wins. Now this is a creator I've been connected to for a long time. You wonder to yourself who's still going to be with you a year or 2 down the road, and it's wonderful to know, especially if you've been with Tuber Chat for any amount of time. You hear me tell stories about creators I've been connected to literally for a few years now. So hopefully you take inspiration from that, knowing that that's going to happen for all of us. But sometimes you meet people that go even farther. And what I'm talking about is beyond even friendships, to the point that you find people who will truly have your back in the YouTube streets, both inside and outside of your own channel, inside and outside of their community. And it's wonderful to know that that's possible, because it grows along with your channel, right? You meet people of all types. Everybody tells me that, you know, friendships are the #1 thing that they enjoy about their YouTube journey. But Ghostly Wins has been a friend for a long time. There's somebody who always brings fun into our Tuber Chat streams. They're actually responsible for naming the catch-up list that I use to keep caught up with creators when I add videos occasionally. The Bud Files, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Odom's Homestead is in the house, and Trina's Motivation. It's good to have you back as well. Let me get the Bud Files onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. When we look at Ghostly Wins, we look at their channel and we see 754 subscribers. What they're bringing us is retro video gameplay, and it's interesting because I literally grew up with Sega and Nintendo systems. And for anybody that did, or anybody who's a fan of, you know, some of the retro games that came out in these early video game systems, it's interesting to see what Ghostly Wins is able to do, because they continue to introduce me to video games that I had not already known. Anywhere between here and there, to be honest with you. And they've expanded into some different stuff the other day. I forget when Boom Beach came out. I think that's a relatively new game from the last 5 years or so. I could be mistaken about that. But you'll find a ton of variety on Ghostly Winds channel. The biggest thing is that when they're live streaming, you can actually feel the fun and energy in them while they play. So they're very engaging with the chat. They're able to keep up, but they also are always having a good time. They always have a positive attitude. You will get a warm welcome, and you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members when you're over there. So I hope everybody will connect with Ghostly Winds. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They happen to be a member, but they dropped a super chat on us, so we put them up right away. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is the main channel from the creator behind the Mukbang Show with Kid Wonder, and we're going to look at 3 of his channels. So thank you both for your super chats. Again, I see First Floor Audio's in the house. It's good to have you here. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and I will appreciate it greatly. You might be looking at my camera and noticing that the green screen is really squirrely today. And that is just... can I turn that off? Not quite. Let me see if I can do something here and just show you. I actually got a new green screen today. I'm not in the location I usually am at, and this one is just a hanging piece of material, right? But it's a literal green screen, and I already have a stand for it actually. But it's kind of cool to know that this kind of stuff is available. The only problem is without proper lighting of some sort, you don't have to buy expensive lights or anything, but until you experiment with some proper lighting, it's tough to get some of the silly looking glitches out of the green screen. So we'll just have to put up with that for today. But we'll do some videos on that when I get a chance. You can literally light things with anything you've got around the house that is a light that will work for the amount of time you intend to stream. But positioning is something you might want to look up for now until we can cover it at some point. Makeup Mom and Son, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Desi Chronicles, it's good to have you here. Now, Makeup Mom and Son happens to be a moderator and a gold member, so we're going to put them onto the wheel. But we also see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning of the live stream, as well as the middle and the end, and their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is in the house. And I think we're learning something today, because I tried to do a couple of midweek streams over the last several weeks, and they weren't nearly as busy as a typical Tuber Chat live stream that we do on the weekend. But tonight we're doing really, really well, and I appreciate everybody for coming by, especially when I change the time. If you change the time of your live stream too close to the start time, I find that the 30-minute notifications don't go through. One of the things I've started doing over the last several months is putting out all of the social media posts scheduled in advance, so that they all kind of pop right at the time the live stream's supposed to start. So I'm not sure how many people here in the stream already had the notification bell on, or already knew that we were going live today. I know a few creators were talking it up for us today and yesterday, which I appreciate. And then as well, you know, we're on Twitter and Instagram and Reddit and Facebook, and I appreciate everybody for following us there as well. So, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I feel like I just missed a channel coming in, but I could be mistaken. Mr. Naz, thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. Mr. Naz is actually a longtime friend, another creator who's been with us for what I believe is over 2 years now. And they're responsible for naming the Wheel of Doom, as a matter of fact. And then I see MLW Fishing Man is in the house. Not sure if I said hello already. Ricky WM, it's good to have you here as well. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for being mistaken mistaken if I wonder if this is your first time with us today, but for anybody that is brand new, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. We've only been on for half an hour so far. We're already well over 50 thumbs up, so thank you everybody. But we do have as much time as everybody would like today. We're typically on for 2 to 2.5 hours. We can stay that long tonight if everybody would like. Cooking with Miss Brown is a longtime friend with a couple of different channels. Thank you for coming in. And right now we're looking at Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, the main channel from the creator behind the channel that you see in the chat, the Mukbang Show with Kid Wonder, of course. We'll look at that in a moment. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is somebody who I've been connected to for about 3 years, as a matter of fact, and was so unbelievably supportive to me in the beginning and to us starting Superchat just over 2.5 years ago, that he was the very first creator to be selected out of the Superchat family to be featured on episode number 2. And as you can see, he's fully monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when you get there. He brings all 3 types of content, including shorts, videos, and live streams. It's pure variety over here. He does a lot of live streaming where we're catching up with the creator himself. He gives us a great behind-the-scenes look at who Kid Wonder is, and then Kid Wonder's gaming and live stream is a second channel from this creator where I've actually collaborated with them. We both happen to, by coincidence, play this game called 8-Ball Pool, and it's just one of the things that he does on this channel. But I had joked with him for a little while about the idea that we needed to play against each other, and I caught him on a live stream one night when he had just started, so I joined him. If you want to go over to Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream and search his channel for Tuber Chat, you'll find us playing together for about an hour. So that was a lot of fun. Sean the Great Gamer, good to see you in the house. Another longtime friend of Tuber Chat. Thank you for being here. Thank you everybody for the shares out as well on the different social networks. If you have the ability to share and you haven't done that, I will appreciate it very much, whether it's on a community tab here or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network. It could push the stream today out a little bit farther. It could get a couple more people into Tuber Chat right now, but because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm, we also could see it sent out a little bit farther as a replay in the coming days and weeks ahead. So last thing I'm going to do is put up Mukbang Show with Kid Wonder. And he's actually experimenting with another couple of channels, but this is something where he's producing content right now. He's already approaching 300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can get him a little bit closer. And when we look at the Mukbang Show with Kid Wonder, obviously we're going to see some mukbang and food reviews here. I'm just going to grab one of his latest videos and put it in my catch-up list so I can get caught up a little bit. Coastal Water is in the house. I hope I haven't missed anybody. Woman Outdoors, I did put you on the wheel earlier. Rather make the mistake of doing it twice than not doing it. And then happy Thursday morning, family. 1 Alpha 914, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's another creator who's given us a lot of support on our copyright-free music channel, actually. And then Coastal Water. Let me get you on the wheel because they happen to be a member, of course. And then hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Kid Wonder. Like I said, I've been connected to this creator for about 3 years. He supports on all of my channels. And I just want you to know what kind of support you're going to get back from a creator like this. Lexo Motorsports is in the house as well, and they have joined the membership, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. And again, what that means is that every day that you're here, you'll be added to the wheel as soon as I see you in the chat. Lexo Motorsports has actually been with us daily for a little while. But now I'm still getting to know their channel, but they seem to be loving everything that's racing. everything with speed. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. I'm just going to grab the latest video, put that in my catch-up list so I can get caught up with you, make sure I don't fall behind. They've got 85 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 90 that they're thinking about. Cemeteries Down Under, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Mr. Naz is suffering with some internet trouble, but it's okay. We've had tons of that here on Tuber Chat over the couple of years we've been here. And then, pardon me, I should be looking at something. Anybody can reach out to me anytime, by the way. I try not to be too focused on the social media networks while we're live streaming, but I do have an Instagram group with the moderators just in case they needed anything from me or wanted to try to get my attention. But anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. And then Lord Texas Boy Gaming, wow, it's good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for grabbing that membership. I really do appreciate that. So that actually means two things, because they've become a silver member. First of all, Lord Texas Boy Gaming is going to get added to the wheel right now, because we always add members to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But then as well, as a silver member, we're going to see their channel starting with the next live stream on Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern, in the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream in the slides that run during those breaks. So thank you again for that. I really do appreciate that extra generosity. And I'm going to spin the wheel right now. I see that Cemeteries Down Under is dropping a super chat. So I think you're referencing a channel that's not here. Jason Ghost Hunter might be a channel that we don't know here in the Tuber Chat family. So what I'm going to do, I will put it up along with your own. But I think that's the first time we're seeing that, actually. Typically, I love the idea of generosity when creators are dropping super chats for each other, and we've seen that many times before. But I don't know if we've seen Jason Ghost Hunter in here or not, and forgive me if I'm wrong. And we'll put Cemeteries Down Under up right after that. And then VS Speaks Royally is up right now. This is Mrs. VSNC09 with a slight name change. And sorry, Jason Ghost Hunter, I didn't see you come in, so thank you for that. We're going to look at your channel in a moment, because Cemeteries Down Under just dropped a super chat for you. Just Andrea, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I actually caught them on a live stream the other day. And Facing Reality, it's good to see you in the house. They're a longtime friend from Jamaica. And Divine Wisdom, it's good to see you here as well. Wow, I'm overwhelmed with how busy we are today. You know, Tuber Chat's always busy. We all know that, anybody who's been here. And I'm very thankful for that. I'm sure we all are. But we've been at it for a little while, so at some point it becomes expected. But today has been doing so much better than the last couple of midweek streams that we've done. So I really do appreciate everybody supporting, sharing, giving the word of mouth to get each other in here as well. Sheena's Keto Vor Life, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Gloria's Platters here. They were live earlier, actually, right before us. Thank you for coming in. And then, yes, thank you, Mr. Naz. They dropped another super chat. Mr. Naz never wants to be on the wheel, but he's a long time friend of Tuber Chat. He's actually responsible for naming the Wheel of Doom, which makes it ironic. But I have actually joined that creator on another channel where we were in the middle of a StreamYard panel, and that went on for a few hours. So I'm looking forward to getting back into some more of those. So VS Speaks Royally does a lot of variety on their channel, but what they've been doing more than anything else is talking about the royal family. Thank you, Phase Yoda, Phase King. And so you can imagine that they've had a busy few weeks, but they always have engaging live streams and engaging content because of the nature of the popularity, right? If that makes any sense, of the royal family, of course. Look at the subscriber count on this channel. She is just climbing and climbing and climbing at over 3,200 subscribers right now, fully monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. T-Mobile, good to see you here. And I always say of channels over 3,000 that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already gone through in their YouTube journey. We all know this, right, from our own experience. So I hope everybody will connect with VS Speaks Royally. Now, they bring all three types of content, including shorts, videos, and live streams. But when you can catch them, especially for a live stream revolving around the royal family, you will find an engaging conversation. And it's really interesting to see how VS Speaks Royally actually leads the conversation, and it results in a lot of serious, engagement for the channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Odom's Homestead, good to see you in the house, and thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we're going to put your channel up right after Cemeteries Down Under. And next up is going to be Jason Ghost Hunter, actually. So one of the things we see occasionally are super chats that are sent in on behalf of somebody else, so that we can look at their channel. And I think that's a really generous thing to do. I certainly never want to solicit. Things like super chats and memberships here are absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated, of course, but we do leave everything open to everybody. The wheel and the screen, of course, are open to everyone, and after a little while I will start adding some names to our wheel from our chat list. And then Divine Wisdom is coming up on their anniversary date tomorrow. So this is one thing that a lot of hype is put around, but I think sometimes it's overhyped, if that makes sense. It might be a safe way of putting it. Because the thing is, like, while you have the monetization requirements of getting 4,000 watch hours within 365 days, all that's going to happen now is you might lose the watch hours from 366 days ago. But chances are, in 99% of cases, you're making more watch hours now than you were back then. So you're still going to be climbing. It just might make it the slightest bit slower. But you will get there for sure. I believe everybody can have 10,000 subscribers on their channel if they want to, almost everybody. And we do see channels getting monetized all the time. I think anybody can get monetized if they really want to, almost everybody. The only exception is obviously questionable content, but we never have to deal with that here. Philip Lemon, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. But if everybody does want to connect with Divine Wisdom, of course it'll be very helpful for them. They've been a friend for a long time, not to mention an incredibly supportive creator. I've run into them countless times over the last couple of years, supporting lots of other creators. The Chicken, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Crescent Art Designs is here from my hometown of Toronto, so it's good to see you in the house. Jason Ghost Hunter has 2,700 subscribers. I forget whether they've actually been here before, and forgive me for that, Jason Ghost Hunter. I don't know why that is. Or if we connected outside. It looks like you must have been here before, because the video that I had seen was a longer one, and I usually do that when we're here. But I got to get to know this channel a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and that will help me to catch up with your channel. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen is that over time I get to know the channels better. Over weeks and months watching content, I get to know the content behind the channel, of course. And then if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I always enjoy getting to know creators behind the channels that we talk about. And again, I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. So Eric B, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Cemeteries Down Under, thank you so much for that super chat on behalf of Jason Ghost Hunter. I'm glad we had a chance to look at that channel because it gives me an opportunity to get them to know them a little bit better. Like I was saying, Cemeteries Down Under is another channel that I've still got to get to know better, but I'm going to get my chance right now because I'm going to take one of their latest videos, 13 most haunted cemeteries of the world. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, same as I did with the last channel. And what that does is just gives me an opportunity to catch up with creators. I have to be honest, I run a lot more videos than I watch. I'm sure you all realize that. But I do support as much as I can. And as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. We see channels growing. We see people hitting milestones all the time, literally almost every day. 710 subscribers for this channel, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 800 we know they're going to be thinking about soon enough. And then I'm just double checking to see if they've got live streams on this channel, or if that might be an idea for the future, because I see a lot of shorts as well. And there we go, we've got at least one stream, so they're streaming as well. So they got all three types of content on this channel. I'm hoping I can catch you for a stream sometime soon as well. So thank you again for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. And then if anybody in the house right now is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I'm willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Odom's Homestead, I thought we were connected already. I think this is actually their second time in a Tuber Chat live stream, and I could be mistaken about that, but we're going to connect right now. So basically what I do is I don't watch videos or subscribe while I'm live streaming, but I'm going to take your 9-minute garden walk video here, and I'm going to put that in my watch later list. And what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list before, well, literally like right after, and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here. We're usually here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Obviously, we're here today instead of tomorrow, and we'll try to mix that up. I've just got to learn to change my speech there to say something along the lines of we're here 4 days a week, but we change up the times. Let's spin the wheel, and next up is going to be the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, and we'll see what they've got going on their channel right now. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is incredibly supportive to others, but we see them here in Tuber Chat almost every single day as well. So we'll see what they got going on for content right this second. 679 subscribers, so they're getting really close to 700. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. And then I see that I'm behind with this channel as well. So they got a premiere coming up, and that's going to be in a few days, about a week from now. But I'm going to put my notification on for that. And then it's funny because you have Susan's Homemade Meat Spaghetti. But I actually saw another creator, I can't for the life of me remember who it was today, and they did a video that I watched about making their own spaghetti sauce in a pressure cooker, actually, which is a little bit of a different way of doing it. So what I'm going to do is take the latest video from the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will help me catch up with them a little bit. Nice to see some familiar faces on their featured channels. There's Gloria's Platter, of course. She was live earlier. A lot of other familiar faces. Triple Threat, and the Jacob's Triangle Homestead was actually recently featured here. And then when we look at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, we see that they are empty nesters living on a 1.5 acre homestead in a double-wide mobile home. They're in West Tennessee. They raise chickens, turkeys, and ducks. They enjoy gardening, canning, arts and crafts, devotionals, thrifty fun, small channel shoutouts, and much more, actually. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that variety when you get there. Obviously, they are bringing us live streams and videos, and then we might be looking into shorts as an idea for the future on this channel. So let's spin the wheel again. And if anybody in the house has not already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. So I'm excited to talk about this channel right here because the Stock Explorer has just made their watch hours today. So hopefully everybody will join me in congratulating them. We will be waiting on word to see when they are entered into the partner program, which should be any day, literally. And the Stock Explorer has been a dear friend for a very long time. They're a beloved and dedicated moderator here, but actually all of our moderators are dear friends of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other, and they all have channels of their own. They all do different things, and they will all allow and encourage you to meet more friends and family members when you join them for premieres and live streams. I'm just looking at Philip Lemon. Tell us the way to make a video or live stream premiere, just in case there's those that don't know. So a live stream and a premiere are very similar. So you cannot premiere a live stream, and forgive me if I'm misunderstanding the question. So live streams are just live streams. You can add a trailer, but the live stream is just set. When it goes, it goes. What a premiere is having a video that's ready to be published, but setting that video for a specific time, and then specifically marking it as a premiere, which allows a live chat to happen at the same time as the video is being released. What that does is, let's say for instance you have a 20-minute video. For the first 20 minutes after that video is released, you have a live chat that looks similar to a live stream that allows everybody to talk about the video that they're watching while it's being run for essentially the first time. After the video ends, it shows up on your video feed like a normal video, but you have the opportunity to keep that chat replay, same as you do on a live stream, in case people want to go back and read that. Coach Sherry, good to see you in the house. Now, I don't know how helpful my answer is there. And this is one of the things I mean when I talk about the fact that we can only really get into bite-sized information here, as opposed to in-depth talks about different subjects. But this is why I look forward to doing more StreamYard panels and interviews in the coming weeks and months. So I'll keep everybody up to date as to when we get some of those going. First up will be Crocheting with Leanne, but I've got a few creators who've talked about it over the last many months that I've got to get back to, and we'll try to line up a few of those, maybe even make a series out of it. So the Stock Explorer is up right now, and what this creator seeks to do is bring us a level-headed and down-to-earth look at both the crypto markets and stock market. But they bring us everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like options trading or NFTs. Joyful Julie, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then thank you, Philip Lemon. I don't know how helpful that was, like I said, but I'm keeping in mind the ideas that people ask here in Superchat. And actually, Nightbot, for those of you who don't already know, is able to keep chat logs. So if you ever wanted to, you could go back and see basically everything everybody's ever said in a live chat, including messages that have been deleted, which is very interesting to notice. But you can go through, and then therefore, if there was something that you wanted to catch and you're like, oh, somebody asked me a question, I can't remember what it was, you can go back and have a look through the whole chat without having to watch the whole stream for, you know, in our case, 2 hours or something like that. So hopefully everybody finds that helpful too. And one of these days, I hope to get into tutorials on some of these things so that we can show everybody how to use some of this stuff. So the Stock Explorer brings all three types of content on their channel: shorts, videos, and live streams. They actually do a lot of different content. They've been working on watch hours, so they've been streaming like crazy. But this creator often has product in hand. I've seen them go as far as to invest in a stock order a product from that company, and then unbox that product on a live stream. They do a lot of panels. Sometimes they have charts and graphs for us to look at, but like I said, they often have product in hand, and we get a great look at Nora behind the channel, a great chance to get to know them as well. So I'm just going to take one of their latest videos. I'll just take that stream replay, and I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. I've actually been running playlists for them for a little while, and I do swap playlists with other creators. So for anybody that wants to do that, you can reach out to me for that as well. Instagram's the best place, but I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. And then when we look at the bottom of the page, we see Tropical Buzz. This is a second channel from Nora, the Stock Explorer, and this is where we get a look at plant life. They're going to educate us about some of the things that are already out there, but they happen to be in Florida. They're going to grow different types of things, and they should be able to do that year-round, as a matter of fact. I know they're getting involved in seed swaps and things like that. They've already done a collaboration here with Garden State Gardener. 115 subscribers for Tropical Buzz. I hope everybody will support Nora on both of those channels, and we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen and see what Home Bartending with John has got going on for us. This is another creator who's actually posting frequently. I was immediately drawn to this channel a few months ago when they first came into Superchat, and Home Bartending with John does a couple of really interesting things. So one of the things that you'll notice are a lot of reviews, and those are pretty much what you might expect, but it's great that he's building a catalog of content in that way. One of the things that I found really compelling about this channel is a series of videos that he's done where he will make a popular cocktail and show us how that's done in a few different variations. So first of all, you get a quick and easy way to do it. You get one that might be referenced by pop culture, like maybe a song or a movie or a television show, and he's actually done a couple of requests for me already, so he does take requests on his channel. And then as well, he'll usually give us a traditional way of making a popular cocktail as well, so we've got a few variations. This is a really cool idea for a video, and this is what I was talking about. For those of you who heard me talk up this channel for the last little while, I'm curious to see the things that people are going to do with their content on their channels after we get to know, you know, the fundamentals, let's just say, right? When somebody started their channel, we get an idea of what they might do, and then they start to branch off, which is really cool. So here's something that we're seeing for the first time, is a video, how to make 6 low-calorie cocktails, and that's going to be a premiere that's going to come up tomorrow, as a matter of fact. I'm setting my notification. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to catch that. But hopefully everybody, when you get to Home Bartending with John, will put the notification bell on anyway. And then what I'm recommending for everybody is always to put notifications on for everything that we see, whether they're premieres or live streams, because it sends an engagement signal of interest into the YouTube algorithm. In the spirit of doing everything that we possibly can for each other, that's just a recommendation. So Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is in the house. And that is Charlene Heel with a second channel. Actually, they happen to be a member, so I've got them on the wheel right now. Let's Try Gardening. Good to see you in the house. I hope I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And if anybody has mentioned something that you meant for me to see that I missed, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Jeremy D-Day is the same creator behind JD Knight 7, another creator who's been connected to me for about 3 years. And I've got you on the wheel, of course. I'm not sure if I said hello when you came in, but I did see you. So Coastal Water is up here right now. This is another creator who's streaming frequently, so hopefully everybody will enjoy that when we get there. 238 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther. There's Backlash Fisherman right there, and these 2 creators are often found together, as anybody would imagine. And then hopefully everybody will connect over here, and we'd love to push Coastal Water towards the 300 that they're thinking about. They're very encouraging, as you can see on their channel, but the conversations can go just about anywhere here. As a matter of fact, they do a lot of ride-along type live streams, these car confessionals that they call them. Obviously, all three types of content on this channel, including shorts, videos, and live streams, and it looks like we've got a lot to learn, even from some of the shorts here. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Coastal Water is another creator who I see out supporting people all the time. Good Cemetery's Gone Bad. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Now, forgive me if I'm mistaken. That's the second channel from USA Scratchers. And they started another channel the other day. Why, for the life of me, can I not remember what the name of the third channel was? We just featured it last week, too. And it was funny because I decided to feature that channel because they've been so supportive, as they always are, not realizing that that was all three channels from USA Scratchers. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here right now and see what's happening. Intro to Mills is in the house. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. That's a music channel. And there, look at that. Backlash Fisherman's going to be chosen right after Coastal Water. The Wheel of Doom must know something. There must be something in the air there. And then let's see what Backlash Fisherman's got going on. 1,240 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards their 1,300. They're fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then all three types of content on this channel. But Backlash Fisherman brings us tons of live streaming. I've hung out with them many times on a ride-along live stream. I'm just going to grab your latest video, though, because I can see I'm behind. 15-minute fishing challenge, and I can put that in my catch-up list. That will help me catch up a little bit. And then make sure I don't fall any farther behind. Backlash Fisherman is another creator who seems to be just about everywhere all the time. Every time I'm in, bouncing around between premieres and live streams, I seem to run into them somewhere. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. You'll get some of that support coming back to you as well. If anybody has the ability to share the stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm as a replay, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead. Horror Collector... Oh, am I going to pronounce that wrong? Horror Collector Fiend. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. My vision is obviously not what it once was. Horror Collector Fiend, good to see you here, I think for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. I'm trying to figure out where Bautissimo is. Bautissimo is actually a paid robot, so if Bautissimo is slacking on the job, then somebody's getting fired. Adventures in Michigan with Lisa, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Bautissimo has this really cool feature, and it's the #1 thing I think that I enjoy outside of the statistics here in the chat, is that Bautissimo has the ability to welcome people who are here for the very first time. And you can set a little message, you can add in a command to not drop their channel link and stuff like that. But it's a really cool thing because when you have an engaging live stream, it's possible for yourself and your moderators to miss somebody. And when somebody brand new is coming into your channel, you just got to think about all the work that we do to try to get new people to come in. What a shame for somebody not to be welcomed and then turn around and walk away and never come back, right? Forget you. And so we just want to make sure that that doesn't happen. And as well, when we talk about moderators, I haven't been talking about this lately. There's Really Haunted Places. I'm so sorry. There it is. Good Cemetery's Gone Bad. Really Haunted Places and USA Scratchers are all together. When we talk about moderators, one of the things to consider is that we hope that the moderators have a good time in the streams too. We don't want them to always be focused on moderating, you know what I mean? I know a lot of people are willing to volunteer and help, and that's great, but I like the idea of making it as easy and enjoyable as possible, and the robots can help with that, doing things like follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram and stuff like that. Nightbot can take care of that, right? And then hopefully the moderators get a chance to meet more friends and family members, because I know most of us here in the Tuber Chat family are always going to encourage other people to meet each other, and I'm always happy to see that as well. So, forgive my long speech. Coach Sherry is a long time member of Tuber Chat, an incredibly supportive creator, and has been a dear friend and a wonderful supporter for a long time. So much so that for those of you who may remember from what's getting on 2 years ago, as a matter of fact, almost 2 years ago, Kristen did a special birthday video for me, and a lot of creators got together and sent messages. You've seen those kind of things around the YouTube streets, I'm sure, but Coach Sherry was a part of that, and she's been supporting Tuber Chat just about from the beginning, as a matter of fact. So, she's going to be up next, and we're going to take a break for about 3 minutes. All right, we're back and we're looking at Coach Sherry. So thank you everybody for hanging out. I see Day One Adventures has come in. They happen to be a member, so I've got them on the wheel right away. There's all that fluff and stuff from Australia as well. It's good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Now we're in what I always call the second half of the live stream, and it's actually a little bit early to say that because we're usually on for 2.5 hours. It's only been just over an hour now. But I'm going to try to move a little bit faster through channels than I have been earlier. And we get a little bit faster as time goes on through the stream, just because we want to get as many channels on the screen as we can. So when we get down to about 5 or 6 names, or around that time, I'll start adding names from our chat list based on who's been most active, as opposed to how long everybody's been here. So I have that robot Bautissimo in the background. While it doesn't seem to be joining us in the chat today, it is working in the background, so I'll continue to use that. But let's look at Coach Sherry. This is a long time dear friend of Superchat, obviously somebody who wants to motivate and inspire others, and they have been with us for well over 2 years. You see that because they've actually been a member for 2 years now. And one of the first people to have supported Superchat in that way. We've been monetized since August of the first year. And Coach Sherry is now at 846 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 900 that they're thinking about. Now they've got shorts and videos. They've got streams. And wow, in Florida, what interesting. And I'm just going to grab the latest video, actually, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will help me to stay caught up. So I had been behind, but I just caught something from Coach Sherry, actually, over the last couple of days. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. And like I said, she's been with us for a long time. A real estate investor, professional development coach, and educator, as well as an entrepreneur. So we get a lot of variety on this channel, but most of what Coach Sherry's going to bring you is going to be motivating or inspiring in some way. So here, actually, I'm going to take this video as well, and I just want to put this into my catch-up list because she's got one here that says YouTube channel refresh, and usually what I would take from that is the idea that a creator will be bringing or intending to bring a different style of videos, if that makes sense, or different categories. So we'll see. I'm going to see what Coach Sherry has to say. Like I said, she's been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a very long time. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is the second channel from Charlene Heal, who is a powerhouse of energy and positivity. And she brings that energy and positivity here in Superchat and everywhere she goes. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So I see she's changed up the banner. I think she changed the avatar as well, but she's done that a couple of times, so I can't be certain. 341 subscribers. She's bringing all 3 types of content on this channel. Now she brings natural healing, coaching, transformation, and on this channel there's an added bonus of opportunities to build wealth. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her here. 341 subscribers. We'd love to push her towards the 400 we know she's thinking about. I'm just gonna grab the latest stream replay. I've got some time because we're not on until Saturday again, so I can run a couple of these long stream replays. And what we'll do is we'll look at Charlene Heal's original channel. And 1,100 subscribers. She's actually at about 1,130 right now. So well on the way towards 1,200. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. And she's fully monetized over here with Super Chats and memberships available when we get there. She brings all 3 types of content, including shorts, videos, and live streams. And I'm just going to grab another latest video and put it in my catch-up list so I can stay caught up with her. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Like I said, I'm going to move a little bit faster than we did in the first half. Phenomenal Royalty King, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Lord Texas Boy Gaming, who is our newest silver member, is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator has got going on. They are somebody who's been a friend of Superchat for a long time, and now with 3,800 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 4,000 that they're going to be thinking about. I'm just going to grab their latest video because I know I'm behind. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will help me catch up with them a little bit. And they're obviously bringing all three types of content for gameplay in shorts, videos, and live streams. They've had us on their featured channels list for a long time, and of course we've got them on there as well. Featured channels is something I recommend for just about anybody that's willing to do it, because it's a great way to give exposure to other creators and of course get exposure for yourself. You can imagine the impact on both your audiences and the algorithm when your channel is featured on so many other creators' front pages. So as you get to know creators, I'd recommend doing that kind of thing, especially when you find channels that you want to present on your front page. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Lord Texas Boy Gaming, thank you again for that membership. I'm glad to see you doing so well, and I'm looking forward to catching up and seeing what you've been doing. Coach Sherry, forgive me, I forgot to take you off the wheel. I'm just going to pull that channel off. We'll spin again and we'll get another channel up here. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream right now, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. It's very easy to get into a piece of content, especially a premiere or a live stream, and get engaged in the conversation and forget to do the thumbs up right away. And then Neziam Bao, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I Am Betty J Gathers is up. This is another dear friend to Tuber Chat, somebody who is definitely a powerhouse of energy and positivity, and that comes through in everything that she does, and she brings it everywhere that she goes. I Am Betty J Gathers actually brings a lot of variety on her channel, especially lately. She's been doing a lot of vlogging. Sometimes she'll do a haul type video. She's got a few things here. Look at these. These are all upcoming live streams. I'm going to set my notifications for these, and it looks like she's going to be talking about her history, if I understand the thumbnails properly, and then she's got another one here. So I'm just going to set my notification for this as well. It's a premiere that will come up tomorrow. And I Am Betty J Gathers has actually been doing a lot of live streaming. I'm just going to grab your latest video because this is the first of that series. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. Now, she also wants to motivate us with healthy eating and healthy living more than anything else. But if you can join her for a live stream, you'll find the opportunity to meet more friends and family members the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. I Am Betty J Gathers is literally responsible for us gaining hundreds of thumbs up because of her energetic and friendly reminders. So thank you everybody for those thumbs up. We're at 79. We're doing just great today. And I really do appreciate that, especially when we come on at such an uncommon hour and with such short notice. So Come Hither with Heather is here from Australia. We're going to see what this creator's got going on for today. But we know that on their channel, they bring us paranormal investigations as well as explorations of abandoned locations and a bit more variety. What we've been talking about the last few channels literally are incredibly supportive creators between Charlene Heel, I Am Betty J Gathers, Come Hither with Heather. They seem to be everywhere all the time. When I bounce in between premieres and live streams, I run into these creators supporting each other. We have a lot of very supportive creators that would fall into the same description here in the Tuber Chat family, for which I'm grateful, but it's heartwarming to think about and see. So Come Hither with Heather has 690 680 subscribers. They're getting very close to 700. We've been watching this channel grow, and I'm always excited to see them get close to another milestone. You know, I'm happy to see anybody get close to another milestone, but actually Come Hither with Heather is somebody I've joined on panel. We actually collaborated, and it was a stream of generosity that they were presenting for Scratch and PPA here in the chat when he was working on watch hours. He's fully monetized now, but it's such a wonderful thing to see all the different generosity that creators are giving to each other, even in ways that we might not have imagined until, you know, they come to fruition and somebody presents something like that, if that makes sense at all. So I'm just going to look at Come Hither with Heather's videos right now. I can see I'm behind. I'm going to take another stream replay. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list, but you'll find more variety on this channel. And then when I look at Come Hither with Heather, actually we see that they're bringing all three types of content: shorts, videos, and live streams. But when I look at their featured channels, we also see Werner's Adventures. Now, these two creators are partners. When we get to Werner's Adventures channel, we see more explorations of abandoned locations. But both of these creators are incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, and have been here in the Superchat family for a long, long time. Werner's Adventures is not too far behind with almost 660 subscribers right now, so they're thinking about 700 as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up, and we'll see what's going on with Woman Outdoors. She comes to us from Pennsylvania, and what I know about that, being only a few hours away from where I am in Southern Ontario, Canada, is that she gets to bring us all 4 seasons for her outdoor content. That means we get to see the extreme cold, the extreme heat, we get to see snow, rain, and sun on this channel for all the different outdoor activities that they engage in. They do a lot of camping, and they take us with us. They take us with them, but they also bring us cooking while they camp. They bring us fishing. They do bushcraft activities, and of course knife collecting as well. All 3 types of videos on this channel: shorts, videos, and live streams, and a lot to learn from Women Outdoors. We can see they're officially on the road to 1K 920 subscribers. And this is another creator who I see often out supporting others when I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams myself. So I also noticed that it's time for me to get some names onto the wheel from our chat list. I always say that I'm going to do that when we get down to about 5 or 6, and we're right there right now. So I'm going to do that before I spin the wheel again. We're going to get Charming Ellis up there onto the wheel right now. I'm hoping that Garden State Gardener is still with us. I'm going to get Joe onto our wheel. Garden State Gardener has done at least 3 shout-out videos for Tuberchat that I know of. One of them was actually requested by the Mod Father, and I caught him for a live stream. He was saying earlier today that it's possible that our dear friend Rambling with the Brums, who is a fellow Canadian closer to our nation's capital, wasn't feeling the best over the last little while. Most of you may have known that I had something going on for the last few weeks, a lingering cough that seemed to go on forever. So hopefully Rambling with the Brums is doing okay, but he did skip out on Procrastination Thursday and Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Jesse's known as the Mod Father. He took that slot for today, which is really cool. Ruby Lambert, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And it turns out that Bottissimo doesn't have to be fired after all, because they're following through with their obligations finally. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If I've missed anything that anybody's mentioned in the chat, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuberchat Connected Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. What we're going to do right now is look at one of the creators who, well, this is the creator who's the reason why I use the term seems to be everywhere all the time. Scratch and PPA certainly does. He is a shining jewel in the Tuberchat family, so much so that a lot of the messages that I get more and more as time goes on say, you know, on the outside social networks, they'll come in as hello Tuber Chat Pete or hello Tuber Chat Kevin and Pete. And I think it's pretty funny because Scratchin' PPA is here all the time. This is a creator, and you know, I say this often, and I said I wasn't going to get into long speeches, but I can't help myself, because you wonder to yourself who's still going to be with you a year or two down the road in your YouTube journey. And Scratchin' PPA has been with Tuber Chat longer than 2 years, but much more than that. I appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I appreciate the moderators and all that they do to help and make the culture of what we're doing here in Tuber Chat what it is, both inside and outside of the live streams. But if you can imagine this, Scratchin' PPA has been here from beginning to end for every single stream that I know of since finding Tuber Chat in the very early days. We're talking about getting close now to 450 times being here in Tuber Chat for an average of over 2 hours every time. Can you imagine somebody supporting you for 900 hours? Can you imagine somebody giving you so much generosity in supporting, and not me, I mean us, but Scratchin' PPA has been supporting the Tuber Chat idea and me and us and this whole thing for so long now in a way that's so unbelievably generous, knowing, full well knowing that it is impossible for me or any of us to pay that back in any reasonable way. It's impossible. How are you going to pay back somebody who supported you for 900 hours? How are you going to possibly do that? I don't know. Because Scratchin' PPA continues to be here all the time. And it's a wonderful thing. So when we talk about this, you know, Scratchin' PPA is out there supporting others as much as he possibly can all the time. Most of us have seen this already. And forgive me, because I think we had another brand new channel come in. Let me just double check if this is a channel. Mr. Shelton TV, good to see you here, by the way. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get them on the wheel because they happen to be a member. Actually, Aubrey, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then... I hope I pronounced this right. Menanango USA. Menanango Sa USA. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But thank you for coming in. And hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So when I talk about Scratchin' PPA and I make, you know, I bring up the generosity in this creator, what you're going to find when you get to their channel, he premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. He does it with pure consistency. One of the most, if not the most consistent creator that I've met, not to mention one of the most supportive in my 5 years on YouTube, 5.5 years now. And what you're going to find during these premieres is a live chat that runs faster than Tuber Chat, faster than most you've seen. It rivals those of Hilda DC or Sunday Funday from Garden State Gardener. It is very fast-paced, very high energy. A lot of fun to be a part of. And I believe that most of the reason for that is because of the support that Scratchin' PPA gives to everybody, all the time, that it all comes back in a Russian flood of support for him during those premieres. They run anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. And every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. Skinner Farms, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. So in his series of videos, when you think about this as well, he's been at this for what's getting on 2 years now. And he, from the very beginning, has had compliment after compliment. Both some he's heard here in the chat, some that have been mentioned outside that I get to hear, that talk about his video editing skills, not to mention the presentation that we notice on his channel with the bright, beautiful, and dynamic changing thumbnails and banner that are matching of the avatar as well. There's a lot of work that goes into this, as we can all imagine. But one of the most interesting things to notice is that this is an interactive series of videos. And what I mean by interactive is that you get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's Scratch Challenge video. If you follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. And it makes it a lot of fun. It makes it a lot of fun to be a part of, and it makes it unique, and it sets it apart. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Scratch and PPA has 1,340 subscribers or so right now. I'm hoping we can push him towards the 1,400 that we know he's thinking about. And hopefully you will join us for this Tuesday's premiere. And let me spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. He'll likely have that premiere set up and ready to go by Saturday. He usually does. Makeup Mom and Son is coming up right now. She also is a beloved and dedicated moderator here, as is Scratch and PPA. Makeup Mom and Son also happens to be a gold member. So we see that channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, as well as her link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. And Makeup Mom and Son's actually running 2 channels as well. She has a separate channel set up for her son. She got a whole series of videos. Have I missed like everything? Oh, is she doing Vlogtober? Oh my dear goodness. Okay, similar to Vlogtober, but I see she's doing 31 days of Halloween, and I haven't caught any of them yet. I can't believe how far behind. Now, Makeup Mom and Son's posting every day, so I guess it might be somewhat understandable. But I'm going to take at least the latest video, put it in my catch-up list, and try to catch up. Makeup Mom and Son is a very much loved and well-respected creator, so much so that actually, when she started live streaming, which must be 1.5 years ago now, or longer, I've lost track of how long it's been now. But I remember there was a day that she wasn't live streaming, and then she was, right? Like a lot of creators break into different types of content. Her very first live stream, if I remember right, went on for 4.5 hours, and she was rated 3 times. So that kind of just speaks to the generosity that's been in this creator from the very beginning. It's one of the things that drew me to Makeup Mom and Son in the first place. But she is an incredibly kind-hearted creator. She's a lot of fun. She joins other people on their StreamYard panels. She has StreamYard panels of her own where she invites other creators on as well. She's done interviews of a lot of other YouTubers. You'll meet more friends and family members when you're over there with her for her premieres and live streams. And she does do a lot of makeup on her channel, but she does a lot of product reviews, monthly subscription boxes, and now obviously another series of videos, 31 days of Halloween and horror, which is really cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get over there. There's a lot more to see from Makeup Mom and Son, a lot of unboxings, product reviews, taste test challenges, and things like that. And she is always considerate about the idea of bringing new ideas to the audience. So even if you're familiar with her style of video, you will find new content coming through in that she changes things up. An example, of course, is the monthly subscription boxes. She keeps mixing those up so we have different things to see. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here and see who's coming up next. Charming Ellis. And Scratch and PPA is connecting with you right now. Charming Ellis has been with us at least once before, but I think a couple of times, as a matter of fact. I'm still getting to know the channel, but 356 subscribers, and I'm just looking through their videos. They do some pretty long videos. They've got some shorts. Hopefully those continue, and you've already got some serious activity on those, which is great. But when we look at this channel, you can see I'm behind. I'm just going to grab your latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and hopefully that will help me stay caught up. I'll be doing mukbangs, food reviews, mini shopping vlogs, and then they're active on the other social networks like Instagram as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I can see it's time for me to get some more names onto our wheel from our chat list. Oh my dear goodness, yes, Makeup Mom and Son, 25 days of Vlogmas, as well as 31 days of horror. My dear goodness, I don't step into these series because I can't imagine myself committing. I can't believe the commitment that some creators are able to come through with. I mean, we all can't do it, right? So, you know, those who can, I just find it very impressive when they can follow through with those kind of series. So let's get Red Dirt Productions up onto the screen. And then Philip Lemon is just asking, is it okay to recommend well-established channels to Superchat? Or is that something... Oh yeah, no, we're happy to have anybody here, Philip Lemon, of course. And now we've got a couple of friends. Like, I have friends even outside of Superchat that have over 100,000 subscribers and this and that. And even more than that, you know, getting into the hundreds. But here in Superchat, I changed the introduction and the way that I introduce the live stream every day, because I used to say if you have less than 10,000 subscribers, I forget exactly how I put it now unless I'm doing it, but I think I changed it to say whether you're on your way to 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, then you're in the right place. And the reason why I say that is because we want to be inclusive of all channels. I believe everybody can always learn from each other. Just because a channel has more subscribers than another, they can continue to learn. And an example is the biggest channel that I run right now has well over 50,000 subscribers. You know, but I run that channel. Now, it's not mine, and the host does a lot of live streaming, and that attributes to much of the success of that channel. But the foundation, the videos, and everything that's done from filming to producing is actually done by me. And the reason why I put focus on that is to have over 50,000 subscribers, but still say that you can learn from brand new creators every single day, I think is something. And there's got to be a lot more creators out there that are of the same mindset, and that's wonderful. And of course, we would love to learn from anybody that's willing to share. Not everybody shares the same mindset for generosity that we seem to, but there are a lot more people than we probably would have imagined when we started our YouTube journeys. That's what inspired Superchat in the first place. Anyway, so forgive my long speech, but I really do appreciate any word of mouth and any sharing that anybody does. On that note, if anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Superchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and possibly even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. I'll appreciate it very, very, very much. Gloria's Platter and First Floor Audio are being added to the wheel. Red Dirt Productions is already on there, but I did spin, and the Bud Files is coming up right now, so we'll see what they've got going on. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. The other thing too is here on Superchat, you'll notice I put the 20-minute time limit on for subscribers. Most people find Superchat while we're streaming. It is occasional that people will find Superchat outside, whether I'm in a live stream somewhere or a premiere, or they might find a replay that's suggested by YouTube and things like that. But most of the new creators find us or get here for the first time while we're streaming. And the 20-minute time limit gives people, channels of any size, the opportunity to get to know what we're doing before they even come in. So it's wonderful, and it's really cut down on trolling and stuff like that, which we didn't have a big problem with ever, and thankfully, right, knock on wood, but it really helps so that we know that everybody's of the same mindset. We don't want to waste anybody's time, of course. And then, yeah, Rudy Lambert, thank you very much. So often you'll hear a lot of creators talk about a creator without content on their channel as a supporter. And but anybody has the ability to start a channel or start producing content at any time. Sometimes we've seen creators start content, wipe it all out, and then start over, and they usually move a lot faster the second time around. Now, I never recommend that, but we have seen it done. But I'm appreciative of anybody spending any time at all, especially for the idea that even if somebody is a supporter and doesn't produce content right now, chances are you're out supporting a lot of other creators, and you will likely run into somebody who could benefit from what we're doing here. Not necessarily from me, but from the Tuber Chat family. I'm just here to fill in time while everybody's connecting in the chat. That's really all this is. The best idea we have is to put channels on the screen. I know everybody likes it, but it gives me the opportunity to get to know creators, and then I have stories to tell, and they get better over time. As we get to know creators, and it introduces everybody to each other in a different way. But I appreciate the question and certainly the time you're spending. So Rudy Lambert will be ready for you if you do start producing content. So let's spin the wheel, and forgive me because I actually haven't looked if you've got anything at all. Day 1 Adventures is coming up right now, and I will add some more names to the wheel again shortly. I'll usually do it when we're down to about 5 or 6 names. Sorry, the Bud Files, I didn't even talk about your channel. Day 1 Adventures is up next. The Bud Files is longtime friends of Tuber Chat, actually. They're here with us almost every day. The Bud Files are modern-day archaeologists. They uncover history and digitally preserve it on their channel, as you'll find from their About page. They do a lot of variety on their channel in between, but I'm going to actually set my notification for their premiere. One of the things we're doing is recommending for everybody to set notifications for everything that you see, because it sends an engagement signal of interest into the YouTube algorithm. Chris and Larry Homestead is a channel with well over 10,000 subscribers now, and they continue to support other creators. I believe every day that I'm able to be out bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I run into Chris and Larry Homestead somewhere. It's very often anyway, close enough. Chris and Larry Homestead happen to be members here, so I'm just going to put their channel up on the wheel right now. Day 1 Adventures is up next, and the Bud Files is sitting at 731 subscribers. They bring all 3 types of content on their channel, and I'm going to take your Ghosts in Our City video for way back Wednesday. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That will give me something to catch up with, just to make sure I haven't fallen behind. And like I said, the Bud Files are longtime friends of Tuber Chat. I see them out supporting others all the time, and they're here with us just about every single day. Day 1 Adventures is in the house. They happen to be a member, so we had put them on the wheel as soon as they got here. 279 subscribers they're sitting at right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that they're thinking about. They usually put their videos in shelves on their front page like this, so you see their latest adventure vlogs. I'm going to take the latest one, I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, and it actually talks about Group Ride One Wheel Philly 1 year anniversary. Interesting. I'm going to learn about what that is when I get over there, and when we look at their About page, we're actually going to see what they're doing on their channel. And then they talk about technology as well. They're obviously willing to help. Amusement parks, one-wheel adventures, relaxing drone videos, local community events in the Wilmington, Delaware area. So they actually do much more than that, but hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there, and they are producing content frequently, usually at least once a week. So what I recommend for everybody is if you can put out one quality piece of content every week, that's enough to make your channel grow organically, and then the things we're doing here just speed that up. Nikki D Music and More, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Another longtime friend of Tuber Chat with a couple of different channels, as a matter of fact. And let's see what's happening with Red Dirt Productions right now. This is another channel I run into often when I'm out supporting other creators, bouncing in between premieres and live streams. And they have got shorts and videos and live streams on their channel. 3,800 subscribers. So I always say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey up until now. And they're obviously doing a lot of live streaming. Wow, this has been a big week for them. I'm just going to take a prank video here though and put that in my catch-up list so I can catch up with something afterwards. Pardon me. I was out doing concrete again yesterday. Wearing a much better mask than I was the first time I was doing that, so it's not like I got a cough or anything, but the throat is a little bit scratchy for today. I'll be fine by tomorrow, I'm sure. It's been a long day. But I'm happy that we're here and able to do a stream midweek. Now these streams at this uncommon time, I'm hoping that these can be a little more scheduled. I know today I moved the time with not much notice, but as the light in the daytime in my area, as the days get shorter, if that makes any sense, then I should be able to do streams like this earlier. What we're trying to do is do a stream on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday to make up for the Fridays that we haven't been doing lately, and then we'll see what goes on with those. But I really do appreciate everybody being here again. Speaking of which, actually, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I forget to give that thumbs up, or have to be reminded to give the thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And we're looking at Jeremy D-Day. So this is another creator that I've been connected to for about 3 years, actually. And this is, you know, the generosity that I'm talking about all the time that inspired Superchat in the first place, which is just another growth stream. It's certainly not the first. There have been growth streams around for probably 6 months to a year before Superchat came along, but I was overwhelmed by the generosity of creators like Jeremy D-Day, and including Jeremy D-Day, willing to help others as opposed to looking at channels as competition, right? These creators were willing to help and introduce more creators to each other the same way that we're doing here in Superchat. Jeremy D-Day has been with us from the beginning, obviously. So if I've been connected to them for 3 years, Superchat's only been here for not even 2.5 yet, right? Or around there. And it's just interesting to know that somebody's willing to support you for that long, right? 474 episodes later, and Jeremy D-Day is still here. This is the same creator behind JD Knight 7, and that is the channel with which I was originally connected and still am connected to today. So I'm just going to take your really short video here. Welcome to my channel. I just want to see this and put it in my catch-up list. He's got almost 4,700 subscribers right now. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. You can see he's active on the other social networks as well, like Pinterest, even SoundCloud. I forget for the life of me what that yellow icon is. It's not Snapchat, it's something else. Is it Snapchat? Oh, Buy Me a Coffee, yes. Instagram and Twitter. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and I'll start adding some names from our chat list again. We're there now. We're going to get to First Floor Audio. Now, this creator wants to bring us music that is made while they stream. We can interact with them and influence them. Now, they've recently added a special playlist onto their channel that they were letting me know about. I'm going to set a notification for their stream that is coming up on Saturday. That'll be actually at the same time as Superchat, but we'll know that we have fresh content on that channel on that day. Let me just look into their playlist here, because they were putting together, I forget if they said, did they say they put a specific playlist up, updated 3 days ago? I'm not sure. writing sequencing shows. So they've got, oh, here, maybe this is what they were talking about, because First Floor Audio, often when I describe this channel, I talk about the idea that they intend to make music while they stream and we interact. But I found them performing a lot more than writing when I've joined them for live stream. So this might be what they're talking about, where they're actually doing the type of live stream that I'm talking about, which is cool. And this is an example of how you can chop up your channel into different playlists that will allow viewers of any kind, whether they're creators or supporters, to binge watch your content the same way that we might do with a Netflix television show or something like that, right? Playlists are an incredible tool. If you can get somebody to start watching a video through a playlist or a playlist link, there's a very big chance that they're going to continue on. This is where YouTube has them go into your next video and next video and next video, instead of recommending something else and sending them outside. We've probably all seen a scenario where we've got our autoplay on, and after a video ends, YouTube sends you to the next best video it thinks you might enjoy, but usually takes you off of the channel that you were watching. Playlists allow you to get somebody in and keep them for a long period of time. One of the recommendations is, when you're sharing a video out on an outside social network, to use a playlist link to that video as opposed to the video link itself. So all we'd have to do on a computer, for instance, is right click here and grab the link. I'm using Chrome, but you can do this with different things. Copy link address, right? If you send that link out to somebody as opposed to just a video link, then they are basically guaranteed to be rolled into your next video over and over again, if that makes sense. So it's just an idea. And then Corner Clubhouse, Cobalt66, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I'm just going to grab another couple of channels to put on our wheel from our chat list. If anybody is listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet, just please be active in the chat, say anything at all, and I'll make sure we get you on there. I'm putting Nikki D Music and more, even though they've just come in recently, and Corner Clubhouse, Cobalt66 will go on there as well. But these are supportive channels that are with us just about every single day. And then Mananango Sai USA, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but I've got you on our wheel as well. We'll be looking at your channel for the first time. Chris and Larry Homestead, of course, are members, so they were added to the wheel as soon as we saw them in the chat. And now Gloria's Platters coming up. This creator was live right before we started, as a matter of fact. They've got a live stream coming up on Saturday. They actually do a lot of live streaming lately. What you're going to find on their channel is literally delicious looking content. They bring shorts, videos, and live streams, and you can see what I'm talking about here. I'm surprised that my line isn't on. I was there for the salmon sandwiches. This is something that I guess has been a glitch the last little while, because I noticed that on Scratch and Pete's premiere last week as well. I was there, but the red line didn't show up, and I wonder why that is. Unless it's just because I'm flipping through accounts, but we'll see. So Gloria's Platter, one of the things I really enjoy about what she's been doing on her channel during the live streams is that she puts a lot of consideration into preparation. So we do get to see the prep of the dish or meal that she's creating, but she has the stuff somewhat ready for us so that when she live streams, it's action from beginning to end. She's very engaging with the live stream, fairly comical at times. I love the idea that in many of her videos, she puts a twist and something that really engages activity in the comment section for her. You'll have to see her channel to see what I'm talking about. And she expands out of her niche, but keeping within the category in a roundabout sort of way, if that makes sense. She does a lot of cooking videos, of course, cooking and baking, but takes us outside. So she gave us our very first look, or me, my very first look at an Amazon grocery store. We don't have those in Canada yet, at least not in my area that I know of. And Gloria's Platter is really being able to stay within the realm of her niche or category by bringing us different content as well, which is really cool, if that makes sense. I know I'm getting into long speeches again, but Gloria's Platter's been a dear friend for a very long time as well. Mananangos USA. Now, I'm hoping that's something I should be saying. I imagine it probably is if it's the channel name. But we're looking at them for the very first time. And with almost 1,900 subscribers, we see that they're actually fully monetized already with super chats and memberships available when we get there. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your Noah's Ark video, and I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the stream tonight, I will go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Superchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here for we're here 4 days a week. And the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Garden State Gardener's coming up right now. I think Joe actually is out of the chat right now, but that's okay. We're happy to look at the channel. He's incredibly supportive to a lot of creators. I describe him as, I got to find a better way to put it, but I keep saying the glue that holds a lot of friendships together. What I really mean by that is he actually induces a lot of friendships between creators. Joe has this real unique ability to make you feel like a part of his community, and that expands out through his community and kind of spider webs, so everybody seems to be a real, like, I mean, we all have communities around our channels, and I hope everybody can take inspiration from what I'm talking about here by seeing what Garden State Gardener does. He really gets into getting to know creators, and almost like, you know, I described it the other day as like a bartender who's able to do a really good job of introducing, you know, hey Pete, here's Michael, hey Gloria, here's, you know, somebody in the chat, like, and it's a wonderful thing to be able to get these friendships started for creators. You know, so hopefully everybody will connect with him. You see a lot of fun shout out videos here. There's Nora the Stock Explorer. There's Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead. Some more familiar faces here. He's done at least 3 shout out videos for Superchat. Those are all on our front page as well. And then a lot of familiar faces here. Now he does a series of videos. The Sunday Fun Day live streams have giveaways and a lot of activity. It's not uncommon for him to have 100 people watching at a time. Fully monetized here, super chats and memberships available when we get there, and he is officially on the road to 2K. So I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. I'm just going to grab one of his latest videos. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list so I can catch up. It's impossible to keep up with him because he posts every day, sometimes multiple times a day. But I've also seen this creator go as far as to share really wonderful content on other people's live streams as well. I think he was going through Disney and was hopping in on other people's StreamYard. I think he was with Gale Southern Living, as a matter of fact, if I remember right. I could be wrong. It's like a year ago. Sweeney's Creek Farm, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Divine Wisdom is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. They're a longtime friend of Tuberchat, a very supportive creator. I've seen them many times out supporting others, countless times actually. I'm just going to grab a gameplay video from you here, put it in my catch-up list. That will help me catch up a little bit. I know I saw something last week, but I just want to try to stay caught up if I can. It gets harder as we grow and follow more and more creators to support each other as much as we all might like. But as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, everybody's doing just fine. We see channels growing, hitting different milestones all the time. And then 827 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 900. They're thinking about get them officially on the road to 1K. They're doing a lot of shorts as well as videos and live streams on their channel, obviously. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. I know I'm moving pretty quickly right now. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Chris and Larry Homestead is now well over 10,000 subscribers. They're getting close to, they're on the road to 11,000, but they're like on the road to 10.2 right now. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther. They do all kinds of homesteading activities, but this large family actually gives us a wonderful look at their life behind the channel. They do all kinds of stuff. They're producing merchandise in the background on top of their homesteading activities. I believe they're, let me read the about page. I wanted to say that they are homeschooling and homesteading. Yes, I was going to say homeschooling. In northern Arizona, a Christian family of 10, if you can imagine. So they've got lots and lots and lots of different types of activities on their channel. They're posting frequently. I see Chris and Larry Homestead out supporting others all the time. Now, you've heard me say it many times, even in this stream, but when we come across a channel of anything over 3,000 subscribers, we know that they have much to be learned from, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have gone through in their YouTube journey already. We can all figure that out by what we're going through ourselves, right? So Chris and Larry Homestead have crossed a wonderful milestone of 10,000. They did that a while ago, so we want to push them now, and eventually I hope we see 100 from these creators. I believe that any channel can have 10,000 if they really want to. It does take some time, but I believe that anybody can, almost anybody can, right? When we talk about 100,000, it is possible, but we don't know what the world's going to look like in the next couple of years, 2 or 3 years. We see that from the last 2 or 3 years, right? But that's the only reason why I say it can be questionable. But we know that some creators will. They will go through if they want to have that. Not everybody has to have that. We don't have to put a lot of focus on numbers. I know it's a common thing, so I talk about it here. And of course, that play button is a wonderful thing to have when you get to 100,000. But I think Chris and Larry Homestead is a great candidate, and they've shown that already. They already had 8,000 subscribers or so, close to it when they got to Superchat. They're well on their way and well established and growing quickly. So hopefully everybody will join them. Obviously we have a lot to learn from them, but they are entertaining creators, and they seem to be everywhere all the time supporting others in their YouTube journey as well. So I wish for you to get that kind of support coming back to you also. If there's anybody who hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet, please just say anything at all in the chat. As long as you're active, I'll try to get you on there. I'm going to put Sweeney's Creek Farm on right now, and we'll see what's going on with them. I'm going to spin. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, we're doing great. We've got 87 right now, but I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up. They really do help. And I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Chasing America, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They're longtime friends of Superchat. I'm just going to get them right onto the wheel. And Sweetie's Creek Farm is up right now with over 1,200 subscribers. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they've been to Superchat. I forget how many times now. It should be a few by now at least, right? I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'm just going to grab the latest one, New Animals on the Farm, and I'm going to see what you've got going on here. And hopefully we can push them towards the 1,300 that they're thinking about. I'm just going to look at their about page for a second here. Organic Homestead Farm, based in Central Victoria, Australia. We have lots of friends from Australia, so that's wonderful. Hopefully I'll be able to remember that. This is one of the things I like about putting channels on the screen, is over time I get to know them. And by watching content over weeks and months, I get to know the content on the channel a little bit better. If you want to connect outside, I love getting to know creators on the outside social networks like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and things like that. And then the stories get better and my descriptions get better of the channels, as hopefully you can hear. So I'll leave it to you to read their about page when you get there. I'm looking forward to seeing more for them, but thank you for being in here. I really do appreciate that. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Corner Clubhouse. Cobalt 66 is coming up, and this is a creator I've been talking about a lot lately because we've seen them out supporting others. I caught them on a live stream for the first time the other day. They're here with us in Superchat just about every single day. Another kind-hearted creator, very thoughtful and considerate, somebody who wants to help others grow their channels. They bring a lot of fun in their video shorts and live streams, and obviously StreamYard panels. So there's always engaged conversation going on over there. They've got 465 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 500 that they're thinking about. I'm just going to hit their about page for a second, and this is a place to chat about all things cultural, including food, travel, and mental health, and to make friendships, which they certainly allow. So the same way that we connect here is something that a lot of creators, probably most in the chat, will allow on their channel, whether we talk about premieres or live streams or even comments on videos and things like that. Yes, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other, please just simply say I'm willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And if I've missed anything that anybody's meant for me to see in the chat, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Cali King 916 is here from Sacramento, California. This creator's doing a ton of live streaming. They started with a lot of car shows and car meets. Most of us have seen these in our own areas or towns close to us, but it's interesting to get the look at Sacramento, California from Cali King 916's eyes. And then they're bringing us some shorts as well. A lot of these are getting some serious activity, which is great to see, and they're expanding into a lot more content, so they're really bringing us around and giving us a great look at their hometown. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that. One of the things that I always talk about with this creator is the fact that Cali King 916 came into the Tuber Chat family what I believe was about 6 months ago. Could be longer already, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that. They've got almost 1,600 subscribers right now, but the thing I noticed more than anything was that immediately after meeting them, they were right, like everywhere, supporting other creators. They're always engaging conversation. They're always jumping in between premieres and live streams, and I'm always happy to see creators supporting each other in that way, so I put so much focus on it here in Tuber Chat. Chasing America's coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. If there's anybody left in the chat or watching or listening that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all in the chat as fast as you can, and I will try to get you on. I've got time if you'd like. Otherwise, we'll make Nikki D Music and More the last channel that we'll look at. My Flock is Everywhere is here. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. Nikki D Music and More actually has 2 channels. Chasing America is sitting at 961, so they're getting dangerously close to that magical milestone of 1K. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther. I'm just going to grab their Magic Man video here and put it in my catch-up list. That will give me something to catch up with, make sure I don't fall too much farther behind with them. And then I'm just going to spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. My Flock is Everywhere is another creator who I've seen out supporting others regularly. Let's see what they got going on for us today. $390 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer to that 400. We know it's on their mind. They've got a lot of shorts on the front of their channel, but they've actually got some videos here in between. I'm just looking to see, and forgive me because I'm doing this with so many channels now to remind myself whether they stream. Yes, they do. So they got streams, videos, and shorts, all 3 types of content. I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos here, and I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will help me catch up a little bit, and I'm still getting to know this channel, but when we look at My Flock is Everywhere, we'll have to go through their content to get an idea of what they're doing. It looks like a ton of variety, as a matter of fact. And then all that fluff and stuff is in the house. Sorry if you were here earlier and I didn't put you on the wheel yet, but I'm glad that you're in the chat right now. We'll look at all that fluff and stuff from Australia in the Whit Sundays. And let's see what they've got going on. Nikki D Music and More. The wheel keeps skipping you for every other creator that's coming in. Nikki D Music and More has been with us for a long time. All That Fluff and Stuff, like I said, comes to us from Australia. They've actually, they're very open about sharing experimentations that they've done. One of the suggestions they gave us a long time ago was to put out a short anytime you're doing a long form video to give it a bit of promotion. Now, they usually take us out on the water. Look at all these shorts they've been putting out lately where they're got this beautiful water. They do a lot of outdoor activities like on the water, including mud crabbing, reef fishing, snorkeling, all kinds of stuff. Now, they started live streaming too, but they've been doing different content lately. They've been doing a lot of cooking live streams. They've got this series of videos that's going on. And All That Fluff and Stuff is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push them towards the 1,500 we know they're thinking about. And we'll look at Nikki D Music and more right now. Now, I'm going to leave this live stream running for another 3 minutes after we look at these two channels so that everybody can continue meeting more friends and family members. And I think I have the live redirect set for the music stream afterwards. If you want to continue meeting more friends and family members, you'll be sent over to our second channel. For those of you who haven't seen it, all the same music that you hear in the background of Superchat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. It's available on all major music platforms, but we have a YouTube channel set up with a virtual 24-hour live stream where you can continue to meet friends and family members the same way that we do here whenever you'd like, and there are link drops over there. I know everybody likes that as well. Chef Shapino, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get your channel on the wheel just for fun. And Nikki D Music and More brings us music, shorts, and more on their channel. As you can see, all three types of content here. Let me just take one of your latest replays. I'm going to take a 1 hour one as opposed to a 7 or 4 hour one. But I'm going to look at Nikki D Official as well. And we'll see that this creator who's been with us for a while actually has two different channels with similar subscriber numbers. So they have over 150 on the other channel, but they're sitting at almost 140 on this one too. And they bring us more shorts and covers and more. A lot of music. And Chef Shapino, thank you for a super chat. I really do appreciate that. I really do appreciate that extra generosity. And just for fun, we'll spin the wheel, even though they dropped that super chat, and of course I'm going to put them up. But Jeff Shapino happens to be a member as well, so I put them on the wheel as soon as they got here. We'll make this the last channel that we're going to look at today, and like I said, I'll leave the stream running for another 3 minutes, but we'll see what Chef Shapino's been up to. And then thank you everybody again for coming in at such an uncommon hour. Like I keep saying, I'm going to try to do one of these midweek streams every week to make up for the Fridays that we haven't been doing. We will still try to be here 4 times a week. The times will change. This Sunday, or this weekend rather, we're celebrating Thanksgiving in Canada. And for Sunday, I have family obligations. So we will do a stream, but it'll be a very late one. I won't set the time until we're getting really close, but you can keep that in mind. Of course, I'm in the Eastern time zone. And then All That Fluff and Stuff. I didn't have a raid previously scheduled because today I wasn't sure what time I'd be able to get on. So it's really hard to plan with somebody unless they can be here to change the time if they're going to go live or anything else right after. So today I've just got it set to the music stream, but I love rating channels. I try to spread the love around between different creators. I always set them up in advance. Oh, and then All That Fluff and Stuff, if you want to hurry up and go live, we'll have a few people left. I can hang on. This stream's going to run for an extra 3 minutes if you wanted to go live right now. If not, we'll try another time when we're going to do Thursday like this, or a Wednesday or a Tuesday. Chef Shapino has 1,550 subscribers. We're still getting to know them, but they've already shown to be a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and I have seen them out supporting others as well. I'm just grabbing their latest video. I'm putting that into my catch-up list. It's a stream replay, and then when we look at their About page, place to enjoy, live, laugh, food, music, wisdom, and more. So I'm looking forward to getting to know Chef Shapino better, but they've been with us for a little while. And then All That Fluff and Stuff. Are you going to go live? Oh, Great Farmer Freelance. Oh, is Great Farmer Freelance in the chat? I'm not sure if they actually are. Just let me know if you're here. I actually caught them on a live stream this morning. Oh, okay. Oh, goodness. Okay, thank you, all that fluff and stuff. But I'm happy to set up raids, especially with channels, you know, that have been incredibly supportive here in Superchat. I usually do them far in advance, sometimes even as much as a week or two now. And there's Great Farmer Freelance right now. So let's get his channel up on the screen as well. That's a fellow Canadian, actually. He is in Nova Scotia. So hopefully he's doing okay. I actually didn't catch that because I haven't been able to get into Great Farmer Freelance as often as I would like for a while. And he's in Nova Scotia where they actually got, I believe they got activity. I'm not sure if he himself did. Here we go, Hurricane Fiona. So we can catch up with his channel and see what happened there. But Great Farmer Freelance, like I said, is a fellow Canadian. He's getting dangerously close to 900. He's going to be officially on the road to 1K. He's got an incredibly lively series of live streams. Look at this, 140 of them already. The Great Farmer Morning, where everybody grabs a coffee or a monster and hangs out together, and you'll see a lot of familiar faces over there. This is Shane, and he brings all three types of content: shorts, videos, and live streams. So glad I caught you today. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, and we are back on Saturday at 6 p.m. That live stream is already set up. Hopefully you have your notification bell on, but you can go get notified about that if you'd like to. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.